What up, peeps? It's your girl, Come Back from Real Takes. Well, it's that time, guys. It's reaction time, and this is to The Boys Season 3, Episode 8, The Instant White Hot Wild. That title. I look forward to a little bit more context, but before we get into a quick little recap, now dealing with now knowing the reveal that, real explosive reveal that Soldier Boy is Homelander's father. All I gotta say is, okay, apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Both little bullies little ignorant comments on. I said, yeah. So I can see it. I want to know who the mommy is. And I do recall during Herogasm making, I think Buddy Boy made a comment about him starting Herogasm, and he threw out there he'd mess with Liberty. I wonder. We're gonna have to see what happens with that. Now, also, A Train. Talk about karma. I'm happy you have a functioning heart. I'm happy you don't have more heart disease. I'm happy you'll be able to run. Learn from this. There's no way you can run from this one, buddy. You now have Blue Hawk's heart. So you're going to have to deal with that. And Ashley just, I know inside she was just enjoying every minute. It's like, yeah, to shut him completely down. And it's just like, there's nothing he can do about it now. It is what it is. But I hope we do see something happen with him and his brother. I want to see him have a discussion. I want him to confront him so he can tell him how there was a better way you could have did this. You cost your brother the use of his legs. Now his whole life has changed because of your carelessness. And other people's lives were taken as well. Just, I want this to be the pinnacle for him to finally change and do good and whatever and learn from this. And hopefully maybe he could salvage some sort of a better relationship with his brother, hopefully some forgiveness, but we'll see. Now, when it comes to Hughie, Butcher, and Soldier Boy, I'm gonna tell you like this, looking for what is his name, Mindstorm and all that. And Butcher, we seeing a revelation, of the backstory whole situation with his brother, taking his life, a little bit more context. We kind of had an inkling of some of the stuff over the previous, seasons. Of course, his disgust for his father and just a little bit of here and there, but definitely more layers in this one. It was just so sad when you finally see that last, scene where he's like, it's been 6 months, I haven't heard from you. It was like out of sight, out of mind. You didn't. It's just like, this is the culmination of that. You not being there. And I really wanted him to take his brother with him, regardless. If you're not sure what to do, find something, orphanage, whatever, just to get him from around his brother. You already see how he treated you. What made you think once you left it was going to be different? And I didn't understand his mindset thinking that's a good thing to say to your brother. Like, no, he's beating on him, whatever. Because now it's just like, okay, he didn't particularly care for him. He's a mean drunk, and he's now taking extra added, out on him because you're not around. So it was just like that wasn't a good, thought process. But he's a young teen himself, so what was he going to know? But still, I wouldn't dare want to leave my younger sibling there, whatever. No, we're going to have to find a will and a way to get up out of that type of toxic situation. Now with Mother's Milk, kind of dealing with Huey in that situation about trying to figure out what's the best way to neutralize Soldier Boy. You see that they figured out something in regards to something that can similar to what Russia had used to kind of have him where he's kind of look like he's out and he's having like a nice little net, whatever. So I don't know if they're going to be able to find a way to get that stuff. Go back to Russia. I have no clue. We do know that in the midst of that, he got a text and saw that Buddy Boy, his ex, is dating somebody who feels like they should be at Homelander's rallies and all that, instilling them with that misinformation. But he's so just entranced with him, and that's not a good look. And he should have not come out his mouth talking about somebody needs to be a father to her. That's still not your place. Still not her dad. And in an instance, you still have to show, just like you want him to respect you, you still have to respect him. He is her father. Like, please, and I'm sorry, like he deserved that deck. Learn from that. Now with Kimiko and Frenchie, the fact that she wanted to have this time to have the choice to make of her own to take Compound V, and of course, Annie going to get it because you read the text, and she was just like, I could have almost lost Frenchie because I had no powers. He's my family. I care about him and all. I just love me some Kimiko and Frenchie. Oh my God. I just love how she's come so far since season 1. It's just, yes, I'm here for them. Even if it only remains friendship, I hope it's more. So I'm just going to, wishful thinking on my part. I really pray, because the kids did happen. There's no way around that. It's just like it happened. So, we'll see as time goes on. Hopefully in season 4, maybe a little something might be discussed, whatever, in this last episode. So we'll see how that goes. Now, when it comes to Maeve, I feel for her dealing with Homelander, because Homelander talking about, I'm not going to take advantage of her, but you're trying to take her eggs. Still taking advantage of her body. How you construct, no, I'm not going to say anything. And then the fact of him now knowing, like I said, about his daddy being Soldier Boy, whatever, and all the look on his face, I mean, just speechless. If only we can have more instances like that where the mouth is closed, whatever, and he just looks like he's out looking into the world, doesn't know what he's looking at, just, lost. But you're just like your daddy. You're both just from the same cloth perfectly. Naivete, ignorant, bullies. I mean, the full buffet. So that was just, interesting. And then also seeing Black Noir and understanding a lot more of the backstory now, not realizing how he really got hurt. I thought it was because of the little bombings and stuff happening when they infiltrated where they were set up with camp. Oh no. See fully how Soldier Boy treated the whole crew. That's why when Crimson said, she's like, I didn't love you. I didn't like you. I hated you. We all did. You were a freaking bully. You thought you were doing good, like you talk down or shoot down their dreams, but you the only one supposed to be able to have the limelight. You an ass. He was some crap. And it's like, he all mad at her. But I was like, boy, please. And deep down, it's like, you can tell he's so daggone naivete and self-centered that he still can't believe this all happened. They really, where the mirror at? Your son is over here looking at mirrors, talking to himself. You need a mirror too. He's just full of it with that nonsense. But I hope Black Noir finally confronts him, whatever. He's going to get some licks in, whatever. It is what it is. But I'm curious to see what's going to happen between Soldier Boy and Homelander now that once that information comes out, because he didn't tell Hughie and Butcher. And speaking of Butcher, I'm still not happy with the fact that he chose to keep the information that Annie gave about that 24-hour V. 3 to 5 doses can kill you. So you don't make him say, we need to go get more. And then when he walked away, you just looking at him all sadly, like here you are doing the same thing after you had this moment of clarity when you first came out of that because of Mindstorm, and you seen Hughie and thanking him. He went to all that to get you out of the situation. That man could, because he was like, he's that guy's some shit. He's like, I don't want to help him. And I'm like, I can see your point, and yeah, we all can see it, but it's like you don't have the right to keep that decision. Let that decision for Hughie. Let Hughie make that, because if anything happens, it's because he chose to keep taking it. If that comes out and Annie's like, did he tell you? That trust barrier right there is going to be fully broken. Mother's Milk's not even here for his butt anyway. And the other two are just kind of sick of Butcher. You about to be really alone, bro. So with that said, I have rambled on up, but I had to get off my chest one last time. We're in the last episode. With that said, let's go ahead and jump into it. I'll say the rest of my thoughts.
No matter what happens, no matter what you do.
Love him. Really?
I'm not going anywhere. I will always be here.
Oh. Oh, that's great. That's what I'm talking about.
The world's deadliest nerve agent. In a $10 bottle of Starlight's Wish.
I must say the smell is improved.
Great.
Yeah, you are a deeply broken and fucked up man. So am I. So are we all, no? But you are also perhaps the best man I ever known. Did you see all of it?
Oh.
Did you kill Blue Hawk?
What? No, that was
You better be
Soldier
honest.
Boy.
Be honest.
You did.
No, Nate.
I didn't want that. I wanted my kids to see his mugshot on the TV. And now he's... Fuck!
I stopped him. And
I said, get the fuck out of my house. I don't want a murderer in the same house with my kids. Shit.
Nate, I'm sorry.
My God.
Don't touch me.
Oh, wow.
Don't come back here.
Oh my fucking God, he didn't tell you. That asshole
Saved my life.
saved your life. It looks like he gave you a concussion.
Stopped me from taking more V. Literally every neuron in your brain is screaming, I told you so, so why don't you just say it before your head explodes?
Oh my God, I fucking told you so.
Feel good to get that out?
So satisfying. Oh my God.
Soldier Boy is Homelander's fucking what?
Homelander's father. Biologically, at least.
So put them in a room together. Are they gonna fight or fucking hug?
We don't know. Soldier Boy's been, weird, but Butcher...
If there's a snowball's chance that Butcher can take down Homelander, he's gonna take it. Did you know that I had a father out there? Alive this whole time?
Oh my God, give me a break, bro. Are you serious?
You should have told me.
Babe,
What the heck?
Butcher's right. Homelander needs to die. That's it, whatever it takes.
Are you lot? In the safe.
Whoa, 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 hey. In the safe.
Noir worth more than all of you put together. You're not my family. I don't
I'm so
need
happy he
any
said
of
that.
you.
Leave me alone.
Remember that.
The world?
Gonna break into Vaught Tower while you go to the lab crawling with armed guards. And you're gonna cook up the world's most dangerous neurotoxin with what? Little Moxie and a little Mr. Wizard know-how? While we hold off Homelander and Soldier Boy.
We? Don't you listen to this fucking twat. He ain't your kid.
Yes, I am. I am your son. I am your blood. That's all that matters.
Oh my God. No, he didn't. See, Butcher.
Ryan.
Yes, he don't like you.
This is my son. Ryan, your grandson. Maybe if I'd raised you, I could have made you better. And not some weak, sniveling pussy.
Oh,
Starved for attention.
oh, wow.
Get out of it, Ryan! Get out of the building now!
Just stop, please!
You can't do this.
Stop!
Don't do this.
Oh boy. God.
Everything you wanted, he's right fucking there. And now you blink, stand down.
Fuck you!
Maybe we have bigger fish.
I don't.
I said, not now.
Like, you didn't think she was gonna try you, bro? Like, what the heck? Uh-oh. That's what I'm talking about. Oh boy. Come on, girl. There it is.
You ain't no hero. You just another racist piece of shit we can't seem to get rid of. This is for my family.
Thank you. Oh, man.
Please. How long ago?
Months. 12, 18 on the outside.
Your granddaddy? No, he was a real hero.
You're my hero, Daddy.
Thank you. Annie?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're in a historic building. You need to double knot and bag your trash if you're gonna be working here.
Butcher isn't gonna like it.
As the next vice president, I will work hard to provide a safe and secure future for all citizens on both sides of the political line.
And that's why I am so proud to have her on my
Stan's coming for you, boo.
Hi to everyone. This little guy here is my son, Ryan.
Oh! Watch he. Okay, now. Oh my God.
Yeah! Yeah!
All right, you guys. This finale episode was so good. And I can see how it's with the setup for season 4 now. Okay. I'm just kind of going to be all over the place, but I'm just going to just get out as it comes into my mind. Dealing with Soldier Boy, of course, wanted to finally have, I think, his one-off last person, Black Noir. And Black Noir, of course, coming back and speaking with Homelander. He's, of course, I'm happy you're back. I was not expecting that little moment. I really thought we were going to get Soldier Boy and Black Noir, a little fight with him. Because I really sometimes feel like there were times when there was so much they could have did with Black Noir where I could see a little bit more of his skill set and all that. I just feel like little small little pieces here and there, but never really flushed out enough. Of course, added in certain scenes where there'll be a bigger picture with the storyline, fine. But not seeing him, show almost more of his full potential. Did not think Homelander was going to be the one to take him out because of the fact, did you know that this is my fault? And he, of course, is not gonna lie. He's like, yes, you should have told him. And yeah, you wonder why a lot of people don't really tell you anything, Homelander. And furthermore, nobody really trusts you because, you finicky, you all over the place. You flip, he's just whatever. Needless to say, from that, seeing the scene of Homelander going to see Ryan at the safe house and it's act like your son went. In the end, you have your own agenda with us, so you don't really care for the boy. We have to see I'm your father. I'm always going to be here for you. That wasn't your fault. You sure as played ahead and into that. With Stormfront doing what she did, aka Liberty, and all that, and him, having to, shrug her off because you brought that broad into the picture and caused him to get so flustered that he ended up killing his mother accidentally. Yeah, it was your fault. It wasn't his. And here we are. Of course, I'm mad at Butcher because instead of honoring Becca, he's so frustrated. You're the reason. And it was like, full well that wasn't his fault. And it's not his intention. He never would not want to take his mother's life. And here he is having to find a way to get Ryan from him. But clearly that didn't work. And then you see how things, progress. And I'll get into that in a second. I got my scene of A-Tray talking to Nathan. Knew that was going to come. And furthermore, he wanted the guy to pay for what he did in the community, the people's lives he's taken. And, Nathan's like, you robbed a lot of people of that because at that moment you were mad, of course, with what he did to him, his brother. And he's like, I don't want no part of you. It's like, you're not learning all these little moments. You think you're making good judgment. You're not. And it's causing people to lose their lives. And in instance with him, he wants his brother to come back, help him train. Like, whatever. Like, no, he's past it. Plus, he's like, I don't want to deal with somebody who's a murderer. And I don't want my kids knowing hints that you did. He's like, I wanted that brother to pay the right way, locked up. Which I seriously think that would have never been happened. The brother does have powers. He probably would have broke out. But, the overall premise of it all. Yeah, I can see that coming. He's just like, get out. So we'll see going into season 4 if they, find a way to talk to him and, he might speak to him. But right now, he's angry. And I don't blame him. He has every right to be furious with him. Like, get out. Like, you caused all this, buddy. You want to take that full L from your brother right now. He's hot and he's upset. He needs time. Maybe over time, be more like years before he probably would want to be in the same room with you. So that was unfortunate, but it's just has how it has to be. Now, when it comes to Maeve, I like how she was able to break free, get out, and show up, of course, at, the place with Mother's Milk and, Frenchie and all, and then see what they need to do to regroup. Because, of course, it looks like Frenchie was able to get this little dose. What's this in the Starlight perfume? I thought it was really interesting, that they need. And being that they're all kind of coming together, of course, Butcher, knocking Hughie out at the gas station and driving all the way to New York with Soldier Boy and all that, with that little lie to him. And just let me know when we get to New York, whatever, so they can finish this and be done. And now that, of course, Soldier Boy trying to come to terms, oh, this is my son, this and all that. And yeah, I will say Butcher, of course, hitting, Hughie, knocking him out so he won't take any compound V and stay there and all, and getting him out of this and all that. But still the damage is slightly done anyway because the effects of you both taking it. I'm assuming he's had, 4, maybe now 5 prior to this little incident happening with the, confrontations. But Hughie, definitely 3. He had that last little compound V, his hand, whatever and all, and he decided not to take it, which I'm very proud of him. Now that he knows, because hence, Annie had to go pick him up at the gas station. And they finally had a little discussion, and she let him know the situation. I thought Hughie would be probably a little upset, but he's like, oh, he saved me, he knocked me out, whatever and all that. And just, I love the conversation of him talking about how his father was. At first, him not seeing his father, and the understanding of these little small things. You had your mother left, whatever, and your father's, the pizza rolls and sitting at home, whatever, and you thinking he was weak, whatever. No, he's not. And I like that he really finally truly understood. And, certain things have to happen for you to really have the overall understanding. Your father kept a roof over your head, food in your tummy and all that. And he was there for you when you needed. She's gone. I'm here. I'm going to make sure you are taken care of. I love you. And I just love that. And I just love him when he shows Simon Pegg sometimes, be on the show. Hopefully it'll show a little bit more of him and him bonding a little bit more with his dad. Now he's kind of a little bit more of a realization. That would be nice. And I like how they had a little moment. She's like, I told you so. She had to have just a little bit, and it was cute. So I like that they kind of have a little bit better understanding, a little bit of respect for each other, and it was kind of put out there. And hopefully they can slowly kind of get back to, where it was. And this time, fully honesty up front now, how both ends, him for sure, and her. So I'm actually happy about that. Now with the conversation of them finally, getting together and butchering them, trying to lock them up into the vault, so they can't leave. Soldier Boy was like, because you can tell they just not here for him. But see, they're like, just go ahead, let them go. We'll get out. I'm like, remember Kamiko and Starling, all they got their little powers. They'll find a way to bam it down. They do. Now that they threw away the stuff so they could confront, him. I will say this before I get into that scene, because that was just, ooh. The scene of Soldier Boy talking about how his father treated him. Because, of course, they both can kind of like, one up each other on how they have shitty fathers. And just listening to his and how his father, treated him, this and that and other. And, of course, him eventually introduced a compound V and going off doing this and then came back. And he's like, you took the easy way out. That's the shortcut, whatever. No real man would do, whatever and all that. And just unfortunate that, physical part, like what Butcher dealt with, is never better. He got a double whammy. He dealt with the, physical abuse and the verbal, but you can see clearly what resonated with Soldier Boy's, situation with his dad was all verbal. Some people, they love to have words in your mind. They always stay there, and certain things you always remember and trigger because words last longer. Those bruises will heal, Words can definitely have an effect on you for years to come. And it was just interesting watching him and his face and him realizing, catching himself because he, didn't want to show any emotion in front of Butcher. So to get to the scene where we finally get where Maeve has a showdown with Homelander when they all show up to confront him. And I like how Soldier Boy was coming up to him. He was thinking when he finally introduced Ryan, and I was just like, Butcher, this is what we were trying to avoid. Him getting his claws back on him and then pretty much using him like, it's real family. Here's your grandson. I was just like, you're not coming from a genuine place. You trying to find a little wool way because he's clapping for you to come, and here you are bringing that little boy in for granddad. I was just like, oh my god, that little boy has no idea how manipulative his dad is just by sperm. That's not his father in any form of fashion. Ever since he threw him off of the damn top of the rooftop trying to fly, I was just like, this is what you think is a good parenting, moment. Just, oh my God, he just irked the freak out of me with that crap. And I like that Maeve finally got to get some licks in and like, uh-huh. I was like, oh no. I was mad when he hurt her eye and all that, but she was like, no, you're going to get this. I'm going to make sure you feel this. And all that pain and all the suffering you've caused with her being locked up down inside, Vaught. Then also seeing, Butcher and him, Soldier Boy getting into it. He's like, you bring me here, whatever, you worry about the brat. He's like, you weaker than him, whatever. And then they get into a little bit, Starlight and them show up, whatever. And Frenchie's putting together, the concoction so they can, neutralize him. And Mother's Milk is trying his, best to, help in some ways he can at a distance. That's where you human, boy. As soon as he a little whoop at you, it'd have been a wrap. And it was just really interesting. Like I said, Hughie being up in a control room, having people evacuate so they can save the people just in case, something popped off with Soldier Boy. And then seeing how, he had that moment where he would consider taking it when he saw Starlight in it, but he came up with another idea. I like that. He did that. It was clever and right at the right time. And that little extra Vaught from Starlight, Annie, was just what they needed so they could kind of one up on Soldier Boy and make him take that stuff, knock out Homelander so he can find a way, because you can see what's starting to happen. He was probably like, I'm not going back. You're not going to take me back there, send me back. And him trying to, activate himself. And Maeve coming to the rescue, knocking Homelander down, and then Butcher protecting Ryan, and then seeing the scene of her knock him out of the window. I'm just like, and I really thought that she was gone, and come to find out she wasn't. It's just the fact that once he did that with her having that last bit of, of course, combat being her, it pretty much just knocked her out in the back of what looked like an alley up against some sort of dumpster and all that. But she, of course, lost her powers from that. He, of course, definitely was neutralized, where it looks like you see the scene at the end, Grace, is back in the fold, because now that Ryan was gone with her, which is why they were out there somewhere secluded. And because the only reason he found that out is because of Victoria. Get to that. So you can clearly see after that, Ryan's like, I want to leave. And Butcher's like, are you okay? There's nothing you can say, no, honey. You hurt him so badly when you made the comment. It's like there's no way coming back from that. So we see the last little bit of scenes where you see that the VP has been, the VP possibly to be, has been murdered. You heard Deep talking about this will be treated. You went on and did it, bro. It didn't stop you. You want to be in Homelander's good graces. He went on and did what he needed to do. And he's going to have to live with that. And now he sees how his wife, or now will be ex-wife, all about her agenda. She had her own. And I've heard always had. Maybe a book, whatever. No, it might have been a little different, whatever. They're still together in too deep. Girl, please. I'm like, whatever. You trying to, move yourself up the ladder. So let's see how that turns out, being if he tries to get back at her down the road in the next season. That'll be interesting. Like, yeah, you might need to deal with that situation right there and remove her. But remember, that's the church, so you have to be careful how many other people are they going to probably find a way to swindle in through into Vaught in some sort of way. But he has to be careful, even though you are still, part of the seven, or it's not seven anymore. Let me stop. Yeah, she's a problem. She'll probably be doing her little book tour. So I really want to see how that turns out. With his, I think, ex to be, because you can see him all whiny, looking all crying, eating some chips and candy. Please, whatever, bro. Now the last scene, well, two more. Seeing the scene of who's going to be the new VP running mate, Victoria. Like, yeah, and I made a comment. I said, I said, Stan somewhere gonna be somewhere in the mix with this next year. It's coming. And I feel like he might have a way to neutralize her. I don't foresee that happening. It's going to probably get close and close to the campaign before they, find out the results of whoever wins, with her, being right there with the possibility, the president to be. It's going to be very interesting to see, because now they got to deal with her. Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah. I need Stan to be back next season. We need to finish this up with her, and I want to wrap it on August. Trust and believe me, it's going to go down, and things are going to probably come up. They're going to find a way to expose her, and we'll see how much popping she does then. But it is what it is. Now, the final scene was the scene of everyone, protesting, rallying, whatever, and gets introduced to Ryan, and of course, one of them who's the opposite side, whatever, do something, and I thought he was going to keep his control, because you don't want them to see how you can truly be. But he decided, oh no, he did it. And we see who was out there in the audience. And he just like, yeah, I'm just like, and they all trying to decide if they want to go along with it. Not too far-fetched out here in present day, but it is what it is. And now he feels great. He feels like I can really be myself. And you see his son with that little smirk. So he's going to pretty much try to mold him to be like him. Definitely a brat. Feels entitled. And I'm like, it is what it is. I'm hoping Butcher can find a way to get through to Ryan and apologize for what he said, because I think that's really what Ryan's going to really want to hear from him. He might be still angry, but I think deep down, if he hears that from him, to make him say he was angry and he had no right to do that, it really wasn't your fault. I really feel like Ryan will turn the corner. And if he has any type of inkling, whatever, no, Homelander won't like that. And then now he knows how Homelander can be. You see how he was just sitting there. He didn't flinch. So we'll have to see how that all turns out, if he decides to be open and all that. But he knows how his daddy can be now. Somebody, does something like that, or tries to hurt him, whatever, or threaten whatever, he might just start, hurting people and just not care. But I'm like, no, that needs to be neutralized too. That ain't gonna fly. That's just not. So this was such a good finale. A lot going on, so much to unpack. I hope I didn't miss anything. I will say one last thing. I'm so happy for Maeve. She's with, the woman she wants to be with, and she's gonna be far away. And I will give kudos to Ashley from catching that little bit of audio and deleting it right away. Get rid of it. We don't want Homelander knowing anything about where she's at. Let her be. So, with that said, you guys, comment below. Let me know what you all think. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next reaction. You guys take care.